I'm going to start with some artificial pumpkins and a hot glue gun. I'm just going to go and put a pattern on with the glue. So you can do whatever pattern you want, but we're going to make this one kind of look like it's a sweater maybe that's been stitched. It's kind of a cozy pumpkin for fall. And you want to then make sure that you pick off all of the threads. And when you have that all done, you're going to paint, okay? I am going to use Plaid Brand's Folk Art White Matte Acrylic Paint, and then I'm going to start painting this white. Now that my pumpkins have all been painted white, I am going to use this Folk Art Pure Gold Metallic Paint and paint all of the trunks or stems on these pumpkins with this lovely gold. Gather them together in the center of a table, put them in a basket or a bowl, a dough bowl, or do like I did, making them very elegant, and they are the stars of this pretty table.
I got these pumpkins on Amazon, and today I'm going to jazz them up. I'm now going to stencil my design onto this white middle bit of the napkin. I've got a really nice dark green here. It's just artist's acrylic paint. So picking up some of the paint, I don't want it to be too runny because otherwise it will bleed through. And then I'm just trying to pick up the leaves on this stencil. I got this on Amazon as well. There are some flowers on it, but I don't really want those. I'm just trying to pick up the leaves. Okay, that should be enough. And I'm going to leave that now just to dry. Now this is dry and I've cut it into 4 bits, and using an very fine artist brush and some water, I'm going to paint around a section of leaves because I want to pull this part out and I don't want it to have a hard edge. So it's very, very easy to do. Once the paper is wet, obviously it pulls apart very easily. Okay, and I'm left with that. And now for the fun part. I'm using gloss gel medium. You can use any glue that you've got, Mod Podge, anything like that. And then taking one of my pieces that I've cut out, going to put it onto my pumpkin like that and smooth it down. And instantly I have my leaf pattern. And the really good part about this is that it goes into all the little dips as well. So carry on doing this. And because it's got a white background, it just blends into the pumpkin. They came white. And now I'm going to glam it up. So I'm taking the same gel medium that I used before. And then I'm going to take some gold leaf and just drop it over the stalk, and using a very soft brush. You can use a makeup brush if you have one, a blushing brush. I'm just going to pat it down and hopefully it will cover the whole stalk. May have to brush this off and then go back and do the other side. And here are my finished pumpkins. I think it's really nice to have glam ones for a change. What do you think? I did a candle to match and a tiny one too.
When I found these pumpkins, I looked beyond their bright orange color and saw their beautiful shapes instead. To start, I grabbed 2 of my favorite colors of paint, a creamy beige and a duck egg blue. I'm going to paint one of the smaller pumpkins in each of these colors, and then I'm going to mix the 2 together for the largest pumpkin. While the paint is drying, I'm going to make some air dry clay flowers. To make sure the clay releases, I'm going to dust the molds with cornstarch. Now I'm going to fill the flower molds with the clay and make sure it's nice and packed down so it gets into all those little details. The clay is easy to release from the flexible molds now. For the largest pumpkin, I'm making a variety of flowers, including rosebuds and daisies and even a sunflower. With the flowers all made, it's time to arrange them and adhere them to the pumpkin. A little tacky glue all over the back of the flower adheres them really well. I'm going to keep adding the flowers I made to one side of the pumpkin until I have an arrangement I like. With everything ready, I'm going to give the pumpkins and flowers a coat of paint in the same color I used for the first coat. I want to make sure that I get all of the little nooks and crannies around the flowers so that they're all completely covered. Now that the paint is dry, I want to add a little glaze to highlight the beautiful flowers. The glaze is a light brown and will add just a bit of an antique feel to the pumpkins. Using a small brush really helps to get it into all of those little small spots. After getting it in where I want it, I'm just using a cloth to wipe it off all the high points. Finally, to finish off my pumpkins, I want to add some stems. I removed these plastic ones that came with the pumpkins, and I want to use a little piece of wood instead to give it a really rustic look. I can't believe how different these pumpkins look now. I love the soft colors and the pretty flowers. I hope this has inspired you to grab some dollar store pumpkins and give them a beautiful makeover as well.
Okay, so to start with, we're going to take our pumpkin and remove the stem. You can usually just pull these right out. You might have to use a little bit of force. So it's removed, there we go, to start with. And then we are going to start by painting our pumpkin first, and then we'll jump into the florals. So let's get started and get our paint ready. All right, so go ahead and grab your masking tape. You could use painter's tape for this, but this is what I had and it works just as well. And we're going to go ahead and just tape along halfway up the pumpkin. Make sure you press it into those grooves so our paint doesn't bleed. If it does, it's not a big deal. We can take a paintbrush in later and clean up the edges, but try to get this as good as possible so that we're not having too much cleanup work later on. And there it is. So now we can start with the gold leaf paint. All right, so I'm gonna grab probably the bigger of my brushes, and I just put some gold leaf paint on this plate here. And we're going to go ahead and just start painting it on the pumpkin in long, smooth brush strokes. And we're just gonna do this all over the bottom of the pumpkin up to that tape line. And this is what it'll look like once we've painted it in the gold paint. We're gonna let it dry for a little bit, and then we will start on the glitter part on the top of our pumpkin. Okay, so now that our gold leaf paint is dry, we're gonna go ahead and remove the tape. So let's find where I overlapped it at, and we'll see how good we did. And it looks like a pretty darn straight line. There's the bottom part of our pumpkin. Now we're gonna take this outside because it's not safe to spray paint in the house, and go ahead and apply some of this glitter spray paint to the top, and then we can start with the floral portion of it. All right, so we are now outside with our pumpkin so that I can do the spray painting portion, and then we'll go back inside and finish it up. But I went ahead and taped the entire bottom just so I'm not getting any spray paint on that. And then like we did earlier, we wrapped the paint around to cover the copper area. So let's go ahead and spray paint this. And like I showed you guys earlier, we're using a glitter spray. All right, so we just brought our foam pumpkin in. Here's the glitter spray. So we are going to go ahead and just remove all the tape from the gold paint, and we will see how our look turned out. And there we are, gold and glitter pumpkin. Okay, so now that our pumpkin is all painted, we're gonna go ahead and take our floral foam and then our hot glue gun and just glue around the edges of the foam here. Stick it right on top of our pumpkin and just push down so it's not going anywhere. So I laid out my floral picks so they're a little bit easier to pick up, and we're just gonna start by grabbing one and shoving it into this floral foam. And the way that I start is I go all the way around on the bottom of this floral foam, and then we'll start building up on top. Okay, so I am just going to start this, and I want my sunflower to be the more prominent flower in this bouquet. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the top, just like that. And then I'm gonna go in and add a few more large pieces. So like this pumpkin pick here, think I'll put her through the top to help cover the top of that floral foam. Then we'll take a hydrangea. And with the floral foam, you do have to use a little bit of force sometimes. It's not going to break, it's okay. Just get them in there as good as you can. My last big piece, and it looks like we have big pieces all around this side, but not on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this one right here on this side. She is all finished. You can see no floral foam as I turn it around, and that's exactly what we want. If you have a few bigger pieces, like I had a few of these bigger pieces that I just cut little pieces off of to fill in space, you can do that as well. That's what you saw me adding here at the end.